Good evening. Today is Wednesday, June 11, 2025. Your update for Thursday, 12. All right, let's go. Well, as far as official setups, let's stick with the CURI. I'm actually not seeing a whole lot new happening tonight, but there are quite a few stocks out there that are moving, and I'll flesh it out in just 1 second. Okay, day overall in the portfolio. We'll get to that too in just 1 second. Still like the Curie, but make sure, of course, you wait for an entry on that one just in case. This one here, kind of interesting, needs a little bit more pullback, but I did want to get this on the radar. Let's take a look at the portfolio real quick, and then we'll talk about the overall market. Okay, day in KGC, not too far away from all-time highs. You really see those highs banged out, and of course the IPT, TFPM. Okay, day there, rallying out of, trying to rally out of a kind of a bull flag type of pattern, so that's looking okay too. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down a little bit. First of all, S&P 500 tried to rally a little bit, but came back in. Like I've been saying, when you're overbought and you're pushing against a resistance like this, a down day looks a little uglier than an up day. An up day looks really good, and a down day looks really ugly. But today, and I wouldn't get too excited one way or the other, but we are, stalling a little bit shy of those prior highs. You know me, I like to see them make those new highs and not look back for a while. Nasdaq composite, open a gap reversal there, stalling just shy of the top of the resistance, which would be right around all-time highs. I sure would like to see that happen too, but again, one day at a time. Let's take a look at the Rusty outside day down there. That's a little ugly. Let's not get too excited just yet. But again, like I just said, when you stall out a little and you start hitting resistance, that makes the market look fairly ugly, or uglier than it might be. Anyway, you have to pay attention to these things, though, obviously. Artificial intelligence, robots below, mountains and mountains of overhead supply. Stalling out a little bit there. Cyber security, up a smidge, just shy of these all-time highs. But this is a V-shaped recovery thing that I've been talking about quite a bit. Defense, speaking of V-shaped recoveries, honey badger market here doesn't seem to care. Sold off fairly hard, then coming back to not seeing a whole lot of setups just yet. GE is one that comes to mind, but that needs a little bit deeper pullback, like the index itself. Gold commodity, a little bit of a bounce there. Continue to consolidate at these high levels. One cup of coffee more, Dave. Still looks pretty good. Gold stock's looking even better so far, just pulling back a little bit. But again, you know me, I surely see it break out the new highs and not look back for a while. Biotechnology turning back down. A bit of a bummer there because it had worked its way up to this overhead supply, but now beginning to stall out a little bit there. Software stalling out a little shy of these prior highs in here. Mags, a bit of a bummer. Opening gap reversal there. You guessed it, right into a mountain of overhead supply. Palladium is doing okay as of late. You can see it's recently broken out. Platinum is really taken off in here as of late. Look at that. Continues to just sort of melt up. Other rare earths, such as uranium, have been doing really well too. And I noticed that some of these, at least one, SMR, these small-scale nuclear stocks are beginning to wake up again. So maybe we'll see some setups there fairly soon. Silver, the commodity, coming back in a little bit. But so far, nice little breakout remains intact there. Semiconductors, you guessed it, stalling out a little bit, but they did make it all the way to the top of this recent range, or near the top of this recent range, which gets them through pretty much all of the overhead supply. So that's certainly a good thing there. Energy's waking up in here, but boy, they've got their work cut out for them. Look at all this massive amount of trading. I don't know if you call it overhead supply. I guess tons and tons of overhead supply, just tons and tons of trading above the market. So just really ugly there. So I wouldn't get too excited just yet. Financial stalling out a little bit. They still have to get past some resistance to get to new highs. So overall, things have been improving as of late. Again, a down day like today makes it look a little questionable, but you know the routine. Here it comes, one day at a time. Overall, I think the long side remains a side to play. So let's continue to focus there. That's where the setups are beginning to show up too. And as you know, listen to the database is something that I often preach. I think that's it for tonight. If you have any questions, Dave@DaveLandry.com. Everybody have a fantastic night. We'll talk tomorrow. Thank you so much.